Hello and welcome to the show. I think I'm going to stick with that intro. It's pretty good. It's got to guarantee at least another 2 million subscribers. But that's for a later date to talk about. For now, my over 1.5 million subscribers/followers, thank you so much for being a part of this journey I call speaking into a microphone at night. Well, let's go over some NBA news real quick. The Suns beat the Bulls, the Nets beat the 76ers, the Jazz beat the Rockets, the Lakers beat the Nuggets, and the Trailblazers beat the Hornets. Okay, good night, everybody. I guess I will talk a little bit about a couple things. One, Victor Wembanyama. That really sucks. That really, really fucking sucks. Especially that thrombosis, deep vein just doesn't sound good. I know many a professional athlete who, once they get or talk to the right doctor, that's it, man. I mean, Wembanyama has generational wealth. He has 4 years guaranteed of first overall cash, and all his endorsements. He already has generational wealth. If there's a doctor telling him, yeah, you really could die, I don't know, man. I sure wouldn't keep playing. Hope that's not the case. Hope it's just a random thing from, bumping a shoulder the wrong way that just pinched a vein or something like that. I will be calling my uncle, who is just retired from the field of medicine, from cardiology. He was the chief of staff at Salinas Valley Memorial Hospital, owned his own cardiology center. I don't know the exact stats, but I know he's a cardiologist, MD, just retired, knows all about this shit. So we'll call him, maybe not tonight. What is it, 11:30? Yeah. But maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, and he can give us a full rundown of his opinion. Because apparently you're only allowed to have opinions and talk about medical issues if you're a licensed physician. So I will leave that to my licensed physician uncle. And number two, let's talk about the Lakers win and Luka Doncic, which, of course, was anybody actually fucking worried about Luka? Who his first 3 games back, he didn't look like himself. Yeah, dude, he didn't play since Christmas. And the guy's not exactly in true game shape ever, really. So if he was svelte and then came back 3 games ago, I was like, oh my God, he's put on 40 pounds. Yeah, that would be concerning. But as is, he looks the same as he's always looked. Maybe not to his rookie year, but he looks the fucking same, dude. And tonight, showed why it was a ridiculous trade from Dallas's point of view. Because, yes, this is the Luka that LA is going to have for the next 10 years plus. And Mavericks, this is the Anthony Davis you're going to have for the next, 10 years plus. Or 10 years, yeah, let's say they both play 10 years plus. If they both do, I'm putting my money on the health and output, production-wise, on Luka. And not so much on Anthony Davis. Anyways, yeah, Luka with a great game, over 30 points, rebounds, assists, 4 steals, active in the passing lanes. Pretty good defense, actually, by Luka. And as a team as a whole, JJ Redick seems to be doing pretty good as their head coach, and had a good plan for the Nuggets, who had come in winning 9 straight games and looked like the Nuggets of a couple years ago when they won, and have been looking like the Nuggets from a couple years ago when they won it all with Jokic. How about Jokic, just real quick? How crazy is is it that Jokic's numbers are better, and not like slightly better, like noticeably better than any of his other seasons. Obviously, any of his other 3 MVP seasons. Can you give it to him a 4th time? You can't, can you? Can you? I mean, I'm pretty sure if Shea sticks with 30 plus a night, if he ends the season having played almost all the games with 30 plus a night, and they're the number 1 seed, they have to give it to Shea, just out of voter fatigue. But if the Nuggets are securely the number 2 seed and only a few games back, and Jokic is averaging a triple-double for a season for a center, it's just insane. Like, the fact that we could even say that and not be like, well, you're insane. That'll never happen in our lives. A center, much a point guard, no one is going to average a triple-double. That's one of those stats that happened way back when Oscar Robertson did it, and it's never going to happen again. It's like Wilt Chamberlain averaging 50 points in a season. It'll never happen again. It won't. It's never going to happen again. Well, I think we're a little too used to triple-doubles now, especially since Westbrook did it 3 seasons in a row or whatever he did. 2 seasons in a row and another season, 3 seasons in a row and a 4th season later, something like that. All I know is that Westbrook did it multiple times, and we kind of take it for granted now that people could average a triple-double in I mean, it hasn't been done since Westbrook. No one except Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook have ever done it. So it's still a big deal, but it's beyond a big deal. It's beyond a big deal. Which it looks like is going to happen. Jokic is going to average basically 30 points a game and have a triple-double while shooting like 5 threes a game at a 45% three-point clip. That making over 2 3-pointers a game at plus 40%. It's those stats are so ridiculous. Obviously, if he hadn't won 3 times in a row, I mean, you have to give it to Jokic because the numbers are just flat out better. I mean, there's certain stats, like the best stat in football to rate a quarterback, it's not even a question, is QBR. It's stupid. You are dumb if you go by passer rating. Sorry, you don't know what the game is really about and what it means to actually be a quarterback if you think that passer rating is the stat to go by. No, it's QBR. That defines how good you are as a winning quarterback. And it's basically the same thing in basketball, but PER, efficiency rating. And Jokic is like 5 points solidly better than Shea. I think, right? Isn't he? Shea's at like 28 something and Jokic is at like 33 something. It's just insane. To be 33 plus PER. For context, Jordan never had a 33 plus season. I think his was 32.5, I think, was he topped out at. It's just insane. It's Steph's unbelievable year. One of the greatest years, hands down, of any NBA season in history. Steph's year, his second MVP year, he just cracked 30 PER, and Jokic is at 33. Bizarre that could actually not be enough to win you the MVP, but I get it. 4 times in a row does seem like a bit much. We'll just have to wait for the Nuggets to win it this year, not give it to Jokic. Nuggets win the championship this year, and then be like, oh yeah, we should have given it to Jokic, and then give it to him next year. All right. Let's see if there's anything else to talk about. Hey, does anyone out there? I mean, I've got millions of followers and listeners, so there's got to be a few people out there that like poker. If you don't like poker, tune out now. Turn off the pod. But if you want to hear a quick poker story, I played a tournament today, live and in person, not like some fucking I was going to say pussy. Can you say it? Is that a bad thing to say? Oh, God, I'm scared. But, yeah, not like some scared person online. I actually went in person, in my pajama pants, and played a tournament. Anyways, the quick story. 70-something people, like 72 people, entered. And I made it to the final table. Went out 6th, took a horrible beat, and here's the story, is the bad beat. I know you've heard a million of them, but this is pretty good. I have the slight chip lead at the table. There's 6 people left. Slight chip lead. The guy to my right has the second most chips on the table. It's the blind. I have 260,000 chips. He's got like 200. The blinds are ridiculous. They're about to go up to 40,000, 80,000. As they were 20,000, 40,000. So everyone, if you played poker at all, at this point is in the tournament, you'll know, just wants to, have players get eliminated. So they go up, make a little bit more money. So everyone's in the money by now. They paid 7 places. The 7th guy went out, and now, so sweet. Every person that goes out, you make an extra however much money. So no one's betting. If you play poker, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone's just folding. Maybe someone, if they get a good handle, will try to pick up the blinds and bet, and then whatever. And then the people get like blinded out, and then we'll go all in. It's just an all in fest, basically. So I'm at this point, and if you've played poker again in a tournament, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You almost are hoping, especially if you have a good amount of chips, like I did. I was chip leader, not by a lot, but chip leader, that I could just coast into at least like 3rd place, and then just by not betting, just letting everyone else blind out. And, at least a couple people are going to go out surely in the next, 20 minutes. But it's the weird part of poker where I'm praying that I don't get a good hand, a premium hand. And if you really play poker, you'll know what I'm talking about at this exact moment. Because then you have to play. Like, if you have to. Because you're stupid if you're not. So I had the chip lead, but not by a lot. But anyway, so the guy to my right, the small blind and big blind were just to his right. So he could just fold. If you're following here. He could just fold. The blinds are 20,000, 40,000. He puts in 40,000. So, like, he's going to play. Which seems reasonable that he wouldn't just go all in, because, like I said, he has the second chip stack, second highest chips. I look down. I'm praying that I don't have, like, I want to get rid of my hand. I have pocket aces. So he's almost pot committed. The guy who bet 40,000 just to my right, who's going to have, he's almost has to call if I go all in. Because, like I said, he doesn't have to call, but anyways, I go all in. The small blind and big blind fold. He's mulling it over. Of course I know I have him beat. I have pocket aces. But I hated it. I hated the feeling that I had, because it's just, it's just the way it goes, obviously. But you have to obviously play the aces. But so if I would have won, I'm skipping ahead of myself. I would have had the massive chip lead and could have coasted into 2nd place. I would have had the overwhelming chip lead at the table. But anyway, so he calls with pocket 7s, which this was a bad move for him to try to play that hand in the first place. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't 6 people left. I don't know the math. Negron, you follow me. Fucking tell me if he should have played those 7s or not. Anyways, I feel like I'm succinctly telling this story well enough without rambling too much. If not, leave me a comment and I'll make sure to get back to you. He flips over the 7s. I slam my aces down. Sorry, bro. Oh, he gets up. Good game. We've been playing 7 hours in this fucking tournament. He's putting on his jacket. He's out. Flop. Nothing. And you know that what the rest is. It's either the turn or the river that gets me. And the turn is a 7. The turn is a 7. And it's just, not that is an incredible bad beat story, but the way, the point being that I didn't want to have cards that I had to play, because I could have just, don't let these be aces. Oh God, they're fucking aces. I mean, I don't know. If you know, you know. Leave me a comment if you feel what I'm talking about. No, bro, I never feel that way. I'm never scared of my aces getting cracked. Dude, aces get cracked all the time. And when you've played for 7 hours and you know you could basically just coast to the top 3, even without having doubled up with the aces, kind of stings that you go out in 6th place. If you followed that story, leave a thumbs up or a like or a subscribe and a bell. Hit a bell, click a thing, comment, leave me a feed or a click, and I'll talk to you guys later when there's something else to talk about, which it's pretty much every day. Let's face it. We all have words. We all talk. Why not record it? I'll shut up now. Bye.